done in several parts, okay? Because it's very, it's quite interesting, especially when it comes to mediumship and its relationship to mediumship, because sounds everything. So I'm going to be doing an introduction. So welcome. Thank you. This is Sound Therapy with me, Rachel Gibson. I've got advanced sound therapy certificate. And basically, what I'm going to be teaching you is just the basics of sound, what sound is, its relationship to us, and also how to use it in mediumship. And also talking about some methods and techniques that we can use for healing. Um, Later on in the course, what I'm hoping to do is demonstrate, not promising, but demonstrate some music methods with you and techniques. So welcome. This is webinar. You can access this in Easy Class. Now, at the moment, currently, we're using Easy Class, and there is a system where you go into it, you watch a video, and then you go to the left side where the presentation will be. I'll be putting it on in a minute. And then there's quizzes, okay, and also a library. So you go to the class library and access it there. We are not going to be using, you could be watching this at a later date, and we won't be using Easy Class anymore, but there'll be a different method, a different website that's coming up without having to access codes and stuff like that, where you just enter into the website. So what is sound therapy? Sound therapy is music. It's pure awesomeness, and music is life, really. That's how I see it. Music is life. I used to be a marketing director for the Pete Coffee Foundation, and I used to also be a dancer, a professional dancer when I was younger. And music to me is everything. It is the essence of life, it's knowledge of life, and it is to do with frequency. So sound is powerful. It affects our minds, our emotions in our everyday living, and sound is everywhere. Now, for those people who cannot hear, what happens is their senses are actually enhanced in other areas, but still sound, they would feel sound. Sound is a frequency. It is around us, and it actually does generate colors and all sorts of things. Sound is matter, and matter is energy. So sound helps to facilitate shifts brain waves as well. So it shifts the state of our minds in entrainment, in synchronicity as well. So it synchronizes our brain waves, and that has a absolute immense effect on mediumship, because what we're doing is attuning to that higher frequency, and sound is part of that. So using bells, using sound in anything can, especially if you're going to be doing things like witchcraft or healing, meditations, all of those things are extremely important. I have put a link here for you just to look at meditative states and all about sound and how it facilitates shifting, because it does shift the frequency. So it enables us to reach a higher level, because the higher the pitch, it actually does extend our rhythm, and we become part of it, because sound moves. It's extremely powerful. Sound is the essence of life. To me, music is everything. And if we respect music, we respect those that devise music, then we respect everybody's culture to a sense, because music also has, and sound has, different languages, because it's so different in every single culture. So music, there's scientific research that shows that our thoughts and feelings are affected by music. Music affects not just our inner, but our outer as well. It is everything in terms of imagination. Now, I'm doing an art therapy course, and it really, sound and art as well combine. So you can do music art therapy, where you can actually use music, and it's used in therapy to help with children and stuff like that, and people that have suffered extensive abuse, where you can paint, draw, but with sound, what it does is it allows you to express that inner emotion and getting that out. So it's extremely important in healing. So meditation, I'm sure everybody knows what meditation is. It's a healing practice that allows us to experience inner calm and deep relaxation. And this has been going on for thousands of years, thousands and thousands, recorded thousands of years ago. And what it does is shifts the subconsciousness, and it moves our inner, deepest thoughts to the to be exhilarated and to just excel and reaching our higher consciousness. So it's really, really important to us to meditate. And what it does also is has a relaxing impact on our whole well-being, so our mind, body, and spirit. So what I want you to do, okay, is an exercise. Okay, I want you to close your eyes, okay, and listen with no sound, and try and write down all you hear, or if you could just put in the questions and answers every single little tiny sound. It's really, really good for developing mediumship as well. So I'll say really, really quiet, and then I'll say stop. And then what we're going to do in the questions and answers section is to write every single little 100%. Breathing. Breathing. Okay, stop. I'll write down what I heard. I can't do it. Why can't I do it? Well, let me do it. I wanted to do it. What did anybody hear? Questions and answers at the top. Should be at the top in the bar at the top. Pouring rain, wind, getting out of school, crash riding family, breathing, and dog. It's quite a lot of sound, isn't it? I heard wind. I heard TV in the background. I heard an engine. Really like, and tinnitus. I always get that tinnitus. So that's what I was hearing. And in mediumship, it's so, so important to hear God working. And that's why it's really important sometimes not to have those distractions like television, anything that distracts us, because hearing's really, really important. We have to be very active in hearing. For anybody else? I heard nothing but my breathing and the sound around me, so white light. See, that is amazing, Mara. So you're really in tune to frequency and do use sound, obviously, a lot. I sense with you then, darling, that you do use sound therapy. Have you already done sound therapy? Because that's what normally happens. Sound therapists tend to see white light, and they also hear angels and it illuminates. So when you start practicing sound therapy and using it as a technique for yourself and for others, what it does is it enhances your ability to also see on a psychic level and also feel content with Mother Earth and the spirit. Sound is so important. And for people who can't hear, um, they do. The weird thing is, I had a very good friend who was really hard of hearing, and they had hearing aids. And I said, what's it like not to hear? What's it like not to be able to hear? And I said, I can. I think that's beautiful. I can hear, that person said to me. They said, because silence is beautiful. Silence has a voice. And I thought that was really, really beautiful because what happens is we surround ourselves with noises that don't really serve us. And that can have an impact on our ability to heal. And it has an impact on the universe too, frequencies, high frequencies, pitches, and TV distractions and stuff like that. Sometimes it is just so lovely. No, no. And he turned around to me, that person, and said, I feel sorry for you. You can hear. I kind of thought, mm, that's interesting because he could. But in a different sense, he's extremely attuned as well, a really attuned person. And I think that's really important. So essentially in healing, in um, healing for people that you work with on a holistic level, it's very important to be using techniques that are really beneficial for your client, for yourself. Sometimes what we have to do is really, really focus. Another good method is to you put on headphones and you put your headphones on and you imagine sound because you can actually increase your mediumship ability by doing that as well. So sound, what does it help? I just sound can help with lots of things, sleep disorders, depression, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression as well, pain management as well, and lots of different things. So lots and lots of different things. Can you hear me now, Maura? I'm being quiet. So let me know. Can everybody hear me? Because that's important. You put your hand up if you can hear me, okay? You raise the hand. There's like a little thing that says raise hand. Perfect. Good. Okay, so you can hear me. See? Hearing is very important. So is body language and visuals as well. So sound can help with so many things. Also, sound is really, really good for childbirth as well, and children, and pregnancy, and all of those things. Music is essential because it can help us, and it helps us to communicate, and it can help us do so many things. But it must be used to benefit us and others. Okay, like what happens when you hear a really like really horrible sound, like a scratching on a blackboard, or um loud bangs and anything like that. It really, really does affect our vibration. So music is vibration. And that's what many, many, many people have thought. And there's been so much research into sound, and especially into music as well. So in physics, sound is vibration that typically propagates as an audible wave of pressure through the transmission of the medium, such as a gas or a liquid or a solid, and fundamentally, it affects the human brain. So sound affects the human brain. And that would make sense because our brain is connected to all of our senses. So it is essential to our survival as well. It's part of our survival process. And our ancestors would have relied on sound. And, you know, if, that's why we get affected by sound, animals in particular, because we are able to hear warnings, frequencies, vibrations that can change and impact on our environment as well. Wind now. So there's various techniques that you can use for healing. Okay, singing bowls. Anybody heard of them? Mother has. Okay, singing bowls are really, really good. And that is one technique that is really useful in healing, because what it does is re-equilibrate an energetic field in meditation. So it's really, really important. And Tibetan lamas is believed one of the most genuine ones, are made with minerals and also from pure quartz. So you can buy these. You can buy them on eBay and places as well. But they're both amazing, and they're really, really useful technique. Okay, so I advise that you really want to get into sound therapy, and you want to be using this with people, and you want to use it on your friends and family. Um, do this to rebalance and attune their frequency. It really, really is beautiful, beautiful sound. What I also do is chimes. I've got chimes everywhere, so like you might hear them when I'm live. But I have wind chimes, anything like that. Anything that raises the frequency is really, really good for healing. Any more questions on that before I move on? No. Okay. Sonic acupuncture. Has anybody heard of that? Tuning fork. So sonic acupuncture is a therapy that has been used for thousands of years. I think it's about 3,000 years actually. And it obeys the traditional method, except that instead of inserting needles into a specific energy meridian into the body, the tuning forks are used. Okay, so it resonates resonance of these metallic instruments is so powerful. So it's another method, another technique. So once the tuning fork has been struck, its vibrations actually touch the muscles. It can go into the bone, tissues, and the cells. And in this way, it's possible to heal organs and treat emotional illnesses. And there is a full article there where I accessed this particular paragraph. Okay, so you can access it there. That is what I class as a reliable source. So that's why I put it there. So anybody know about beta, alpha, theta, delta, and all the different frequencies? Because what we do is we raise and hear different sounds in order to heal certain things. Now, tinnitus, for example, you have to swap over the sound essentially. So I've done that. So what I do is get higher pitched noises and stuff like that to try and just get my brain to be thinking of something else rather than this in my ear all the time, because it's okay now I'm doing my mediumship because it's more of a okay, I'm getting it, because it does link to our psychic ability. Sound does and frequency does, and the higher the frequency, that is essentially spirits coming through. And so before I was really using it every day, my mediumship, before that, it was just so difficult for me. I had to have CAT scans and all sorts of things because my tinnitus was just so bad. So I would put headphones on, use higher pitch noises in order to just try and defer from the noise that was in my ear, trying to just concentrate on something else. And it did actually help. So sound is used also for medical conditions, but with anything, if you're not a medical practitioner, okay, always refer someone to a professional, okay? But yes, you can essentially use it as a holistic method, but please do have intake forms and all of those things. Always follow the professional ethics, okay? Really important. But I have put a link there also for you to listen to some sound. Multi-dimensional music, okay? This is part of a system of healing called holosonic therapy, in which a mixture of the three spectrums of frequency are currently used. And it was discovered by Jacques Cholet in his 11 years of studies with synthesizers and their psychokinetic effects on the human brain. So it's really amazing therapy. We'll look more into this, and as we go along, be looking really intricate into different sounds, different music, different techniques. That's one of them. I just want you to note that. Maybe research it as well. So psychogeometric music is electronic or ethnic instruments and the mixture of mantras and voices in different languages. Anybody ever heard of that? So many different methods. Music is everything and everywhere. It's in, it's in everything, all day life, everyday life. Now this I find incredible. Okay, I find it incredible that maths and music correlate. I mean, everything in the universe does correlate, but maths in particular correlates with music. So counting, rhythms, scales, patterns, symbols, harmonies, time signatures, overtones, tones, pitches, the notations of composers and sounds made by musicians are connected to math. Now, they even reckon, like Einstein and people of this, like theorists and stuff like that, had a passion for music, and that maths and music interlinked. So if somebody was good at maths, they would have been really good at music. And I find that absolutely incredible that the two interlink, which shows to me it is in correlation with the universe and raising that higher frequency. So I got all the dots in it now. So why stop it? Why is music important in mediumship? So what I would like you to do is just discuss that. All right. In Messenger. If not, if you're not using Facebook Messenger, not everybody wants to, you know, phones go off, they're really busy, notifications. That is fine. Just write it down. Why you felt this. Okay. I like this. Just fix that bit. So why you feel this. So just please write it down. So basically just write it down and discuss. You can always contact me as well. You know, at the end of the day, I'm very open. If you want to contact me, I don't mind. As long as I'm not busy, I will get back to you. I will get back to you because not everybody, you know, wants to use Messenger, and I understand that. Let's go back there. I'm back. Okay. Hopefully you can still see me. And if you can still see me, which I hope you can, I think you can. Okay. If you go into Messenger, I'll be a Messenger, please do discuss the benefits of mediumship, just so that I know that you're understanding that. We'll be doing this again. I will notify you the dates and times for the next workshop. In the meantime, please do look at different various techniques and discuss, talk with fellow people, learners and stuff like that. And if you've got any questions, please do ask me in Messenger, but we'll continue with this and I hope you enjoyed it. I'd just like to say thank you for joining me and we'll speak soon.